You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
5, 4,
Thirds.
twice.
Once.
Hit record, my friend. Yeah. And we are back
For another episode of the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast to grace your motherfucking ear holes sonically to the graces of our week, your week, and the weeks of everyone across the motherfucking globe. God damn it.
Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Siberia. Shout out to Romania. Shout out to Japan and South Korea. All you motherfuckers is listening. We appreciate you.
Yeah, and y'all feel our pain too for all the places that he named off because it's cold as fuck there, just like it is in Michigan. So
Yes, sir.
You feel the penguinness.
Hey, and guess what, people? Turns out, even when you spend $2,000 on a good fucking brand new MacBook,
Sometimes you're a shitty engineer.
still fucks up. Yep. Sometimes you just don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, hey.
You know what I'm saying?
But we here again.
Another week.
Episode what?
143.
Yeah.
Once again, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We in this bitch. I am your host, Jose Ortega. And to my right of me is my co-host, bzzy. We in this bitch. Another week of dopeness. What's good?
Yeah. We back once again to pierce your ear holes with this dopeness we call the Non-Millennial Millennials. If you ain't hip, you should get hip. If you are hip, you should get your friends hip.
Truth.
What happened this week, my nigga?
I really have nothing of much of my concerness. I did want to. I did see that your man's the one that I.
So who's my man's?
Your man's, but I like to troll him as much as I possibly can. Shadrick Washington.
Oh, you want to start with the one they call "Wow to the Bow." Sometimes I used to throw a little on that motherfucker, a little on that motherfucker, because he was little.
See, to me, today this is a celebration.
Word.
Yeah, I've been
Why is
looking.
that?
I've been looking at Bow Wow's transition as going to the WWE in wrestling professionally as a celebration, and the celebration is that we can finally, all at one time say that it is going to become an end to Chadwick Washington's music career, and that's a blessing.
You think this is the end?
For the love of God, he's gonna get in there and wrestle and like tear his spine out by accident and shit, and then he's gonna be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, like drinking through straws and shit. He already 5'1", nigga.
Mr. Ortega.
Him in a wheelchair, stroked out because he's paralyzed. He ain't gonna get no bitches.
I hate to cut you off.
It's a celebration.
If you think the man that made Bounce With Me,
Didn't write it.
Lil Bow Wow,
Didn't write it.
that one album with Omarion and with Soulja Boy, word to Big Draco, you think
Terrible
the
writing.
WWE is stopping these bars, nigga? Huh?
What bars?
Fuck is you talking about, bro?
There is no bars. when
Where?
it comes to
How?
Chadwick Washington.
How? This is he not a living legend?
No.
Granted, this is Chadwick Washington. This is the man that went from CSI Cyber to
This nigga lied about a whole jet plane.
doing some other shit. How did he not get caught up in that Fire Festival thing? Now that I think about it,
Because
Anyway.
he's just petty and like pitiful enough to not be Ja Rule.
isn't he like our generation's Ja Rule?
No, Ja Rule is our generation's Ja Rule.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like
Is he the new generation's Ja Rule?
he nah rule, nigga.
He ruled at one point, just like Ja.
What, nigga?
This is not the place for Ja Rule slander.
Yes, it is.
I mean, on certain occasions, but you got to give Ja Rule his props where you give him his props. You can't compare him to the Mossington.
The one prop that I'm gonna give, and this is one thing I'm gonna say about Ja Rule on this podcast, and it's gonna make him, if he ever hears it, it's gonna make him pee a little bit. G-Unit, nigga. Nothing more needs to be said.
I mean, you're kind of right.
Matter of fact, the fact that I said that out loud into the universe, he twitched a little bit somewhere he is on Earth.
His eye twitched or his nose itched or something.
Like, that nigga just caught like, oh, shit. Like, what the fuck was that? Like
yo,
somebody must have mentioned 50.
So if that happens, do you think Young Buck's booty hole puckers every time he hears the stunt 101?
No, I think Young Buck booty hole puckers every time he watches Magic Mike. That's how I feel about Young Buck.
Yikes! You took that one way further than I was taking it.
Like,
word to Young Buck. Hey, Buck the World was nice.
He a Rainbow Thug, and that's cool for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna take nothing from him.
Word to the Rainbow Thug.
You
could be that.
You could be that.
We all inclusive.
You could be that, bro. Ray J said that he was gonna send 100 booty warriors over for Fab. Sometimes
he ain't the first one to do it.
Real shit.
I mean, maybe the Fab, but he ain't the first one to send 100 booty warriors on a nigga.
I'm sure that's Ray J's like way of getting back at people he just don't like.
You don't send the booty warriors out unless it's a nigga you don't like.
Like, Future got 100 shooters sitting outside, so he says. Like, Ray J got 100 booty warriors sitting outside right now.
Sometimes you need both, my nigga.
On standby. Like,
sometimes you need both. You gotta let them know what's real.
He just sending the booty warriors.
You can get fucked and shot, nigga.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was harsh even.
In the Ray J mob.
Huh?
In the Ray J mob. It's be fucked up.
Is that, okay, so what's the Ray J mob? Is this like, are these like Raycon earbud, are these Raycon global gangsters at this point? Or are these like Brandy little brother era, like, this is just my little homie, we about to, cause he is a little homie where he at. You catch Ray J in LA, you it's somebody that might slap you by Ray J. I don't know for a fact, but I'd imagine much as Ray J is
Vince
done.
Staples has a whole theory on why everything that's dope about hip hop today comes from Ray J.
I feel like I probably agree with it. I agree with a lot of things Vince says.
It wasn't a terrible take, but it was not Ray J. Like,
what do you mean when you say that?
Like, no, not Ray J.
What's wrong with Ray J?
Y'all, that nigga made one wish, and y'all motherfuckers been giving him credit.
Hey, did One Wish not get you some pussy in the early 2000s?
Yes, but so did the whole Confessions album.
But One Wish was our era,
album.
though.
Huh?
I said One Wish was our era. The Confessions album, we was kids. You wasn't really getting pussy when Confessions came out.
I got pussy 3 years later, and guess what? That album's still hitting after it dropped.
It's today. It's not nigga, you ain't turning on Confessions when you get making certainly you ain't. I mean, maybe not Let It Burn, but you ain't turning on certain records on Confessions.
I was never really an Usher fan like that.
Neither was I, but sometimes it just come on in the playlist while you smashing.
I think only two, maybe 3 Usher records are like on my 12 play today. And
let's not use 12 play as a thing.
Well, Smash playlist just sounds like a mouthful. So, you know.
That was wrong in like 2 different ways, but okay.
But anyway, shout out to Ray J and his Booty Warrior mob. You know what I'm saying? Good for y'all.
Now, the question is.
But Chadwick Washington is a celebration. Get him out of the game. We ain't got to worry about him no more.
Wait.
He drenched the world with that terrible piece of work that he did with him and Big Draco. And I can't even
last decade. It was
nigga. I laughed my way through the entire album.
It was trash.
It was like if you and George went like on an acid bender for like 6 years.
That's too long.
No, it was like that. It was like for like 6 years. Some way, somehow, both y'all had strokes and developed speech impediments and couldn't deliver rhymes well. Y'all can make that album.
So if me and George were R-worded, we could make a Soulja Boy Draco album.
I think y'all could get a Grammy from that.
Even with helmets?
No, you gotta have it. Yeah, you have to have the helmets. They had the helmets and the drool on the album.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. It was real bad. Then he lied about a plane.
We wash kids.
How you have a plane and didn't have a plane?
We're talking about. Look it up.
Look, I make fun of Chadwick Washington as much as I get the opportunity to. That's why I wanted to start this podcast with that. Because I
was wondering why.
You know what I'm saying? Like, first off, this nigga can't out-hoop me. He can't out-rap me when I'm inebriated. Because I actually would write my own shit. No, he don't rap. T.I., J.D., the Brat, all them niggas was all, they wrote all his.
Like he could pull together a little
no
something for a nigga.
No.
You wouldn't give Shadrick Washington $500 for a verse?
No.
500? You don't think a Bow Wow verse is worth 500 today?
No.
Dog.
No.
Come on.
For what?
I mean, I'm not saying I want him on my project, but
I mean,
you know.
You mean Busy Detox?
This fuck nigga.
Look, fam. Until it's here, it ain't here. I'm just saying. I'm gonna shame y'all niggas into being great. I'm gonna shame y'all niggas into it.
Look, at the end of the day, my question is,
how long you think before you die in there?
Who?
Chadrick.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. What is his role in the WWE? I hate that we've spent the first 10 minutes on Bow Wow. Hate that we've spent technical difficulties, if you couldn't realize. I really hate that we've spent the first 11 minutes on Bow Wow, but let's just get to the shit.
Slander's real.
I mean, you know, you got to give him his credit for what it's due.
No,
but what is his role? And does Vince McMahon have 100 booty warriors lined up if he does not participate in his role? Is he there to be WWE champion? I mean, let's be honest. Like, probably cruiserweight champion or some shit. Is he there to be cruiserweight champion? Is he there to be tag team champion? Is it just going to be a lore of reoccurring Bow Wow themes, like a Mike Tyson maybe type 90s era? Can't you imagine Shadrick coming back to the WWE or coming to the WWE and fucking making an impact? I'm just saying WWE is pretty trash right now, as far as I can see.
To all of your questions, no.
Oh, well.
I was like, no. Come on, bro.
He not getting the belt? Even on the tag team, he not getting the belt?
He gonna last way less time than Ronda Rousey, and that bitch was in and out in a year. She can actually fight. She can act like he gonna have one big dude land on him.
He's an entertainer though,
and his kidney's gonna fail right after that as a result, and he's gonna die from internal bleeding, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, prayers for Bow Wow and his family." It was like, was anybody praying for this stupid ass nigga and telling him not to jump in the ring with these 300-pound steroid monsters?
I was about to say, can you imagine Shadrick taking advice from Triple H?
No.
You can't see that?
What real advice could Triple H give to Shadrick Washington to throw his little ass inside of a WWE ring and not die immediately? What advice? Because Triple H is built like a fucking freight train. Shadrick Washington is my size, shorter than me.
Right.
No. The laws of physics say that you can't even be the same.
You're not fighting Triple H, but you put Shadrick up against like Rey Mysterio.
Put Sheamus in there, he gonna punch him in the face and it's gonna be dead.
I don't even think that nigga wrestles. That's how old we are. I don't even think that nigga wrestles anymore.
Word.
At least not for WWE. Not for WWE.
Damn.
You know Chris Jericho got his own thing now.
Really?
AEW. They're doing really well too.
I don't. Oh,
like Cody Rhodes.
You mean the All Elite Wrestling? That's his thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Chris Jericho was like co-founder of that shit.
Oh, I had no idea. I don't follow wrestling because it's fake. But you know,
so is Shadrick. But
well, if Shadrick
move on.
Yeah, but I will say this: if Shadrick wants some credit, he would get his ass inside of an MMA ring and be a real nigga. But moving.
Come on.
You want some cred?
He
right?
can't fight as it. Never mind. Anyway,
you want some cred, right?
I bet this nigga, if I was anybody of any notoriety and this clip came out, he would be the first nigga talking about some nigga square up. We can do the Triller. Boy, I'll bust you. Anyway, let's move on.
I'll fight him.
Yeah, I mean that's not even fair for me. Like, nigga, I'm like two of you.
Exactly. That's what you suspect this dumbass nigga. You fighting in the WWE?
There was a time I wanted to.
Of course, your corny ass would.
Hey, everybody wanted to be Jeff Hardy at one point.
Another day, but I'm glad we started this podcast off with celebration. Still, anyway, moving on. Dave got his motherfucking masters.
Hey,
Dave got his mask.
Ain't it beautiful when the powers that be have to bend to the reality of the power that is.
And if you can articulately bitch, like, that gets a lot of good things done, too.
Yeah, that usually helps.
Because that last stand-up he did was an articulate bitch rant. And it got something done.
I don't know if I call it a bitch rant.
I mean, he was bitching about some shit that makes sense and he should be bitching about. But it was a bitching rant. Like, nigga, give me what's mine. Or else don't put this shit on here. Matter of fact,
I feel like when it's something that important, you can't call it bitching. No,
you still bitching about something. You still complaining. You still being loud. You still making a statement.
Would you feel like that if we applied, like, to some degree, let's say this podcast was the equivalency of the Chappelle show? Would you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
you don't feel like we should tell niggas not to listen unless we fucking getting paid?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if we did an Instagram video of some other, let's say fucking Anchor owned this podcast.
To some degree they do, but not really.
Yeah. But
we own the masters.
Yes, we own the masters. But let's say they owned our masters. Mm-hmm. And they was like, well, nigga, we still gonna air episodes, you know what I'm saying, keep y'all old shit up here and still get paid for it. Y'all may not get paid for it no more, but fuck it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If Anchor cut business with us, we would just move to a different distributor.
But I'm just saying, in that same regard,
word to Anchor, we love you.
I would go on Instagram, I would go on Twitter, I would go on Facebook, and I would fucking bitch up a storm about how the fuck you gonna use my product that me and my homies have created together, and then say we not gonna pay you for it. You don't own the masters, and we can do whatever the fuck we can with the likeness of this show. I'm gonna bitch up a storm.
In perpetuity throughout the fucking universe, that sentence still gets me to this day, because that was not just a thing that was in Dave's contract. That has been in a lot of contracts over decades.
Yeah.
In perpetuity throughout the universe. If niggas discover another planet, we colonize that bitch, make life there, and fucking institute some system that uses money for fucking things. And you use my song, they own it. Or my fucking podcast or my show or whatever. Yeah, they own it. That's fucked and ridiculous.
Shout out to y'all niggas for being broke and that hungry, nigga. Because if I seen a contract, any contract for whatever reason, nigga, that phrase is even being stupid and ignorant just doesn't stand in perpetuity and across throughout the universe.
It's insane.
I don't even know. Like, when I first heard it, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. But all I knew was I don't like the way that sounds, and I do not want to sign that.
I ain't signing that.
I don't want to sign that at
Whatever
all.
It is,
that's unhealthy, nigga. That's not life. That's not more life, nigga. That's
imagine
no life.
Signing that for like a record. I think Kanye signed that shit like 5 times. Kanye just happened to get big enough
but Kanye's
to renegotiate his shit out of the stratosphere of the universe and like own a piece of it. Because he got so big.
But
you know what I mean? At least in my interpretation,
I will say
some of the contracts.
Kanye is, to his credit, I don't believe he's the type of stupid to sell $100+ million worth of catalog to Universal that's his or anyone else's. Okay, I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would Lil Wayne.
I think cocaine has a lot to do with that, and maybe a lot of trauma. So we don't know why he made that move. I still to this day do not understand that. You fought. You let niggas fight. The blunt is on you, George. You fought. Don't you dare fuck up my shot.
I'm about to say
fucking afro-haired motherfucker.
T.O. in it.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
What was I saying?
You were
ranting about.
I was actually trying to do the toss.
So very professional.
Like I couldn't. Like I wasn't here listening to
Dave. We were talking about Dave and something.
We were talking about.
I know this is driving y'all crazy right now.
I'm sorry. Like I'm telling our listeners, I legit wasn't paying a single word of attention to what the fuck he was saying.
I mean, no.
Oh, in perpetuity of across the universe.
In perpetuity of. Throughout the universe. In perpetuity throughout the universe. That shit is wrong. That was my point. That's what I'm sticking with. If I was on to another point before you we tossed the blunt and you were into it, I'm sorry. But
I wish there was
Dave got his shit back, and that's all that matters, baby.
Yeah, I want to like I don't think we acknowledged him like the last time we talked about it, how much just the Chappelle Show was a staple, and just like if you grew up watching it, if you were like in elementary school when that shit came out, it is a part of your culture to this fucking very day.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, no matter how old you are at this point, you kind of see. I guess I didn't start it there, but you kind of see. Like I was saying, would you feel that way about if our show was like that and shit? You wouldn't, because you wouldn't want to sign no shit like that. If you are a motherfucker 20 years older than us, and then you see that shit, and we make that show, we feel a way. Yeah, it might end up being a thing where, you know what I'm saying, you might want to talk about it if you're not getting any eyes on the actual product or any, money from the product. I think what that nigga did was, obviously genius, but that's an understatement considering all the shit he's done.
Look, Viacom.
I sound like Maul right now.
I think there's. I think there's actually. I think goes more hand in hand with our Nick Cannon conversation that we had last week.
In what way?
Because Comedy Central is owned by Viacom. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think Viacom.
I found out that the guy at Viacom now apparently is a good guy. Oh, well, we'll get to that. Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel like Viacom has been kind of backtracking the past year because you think about it, you lost Nick Cannon because you went like, oh my God, he's racist.
You gotta pay your dues to some degree.
Yeah,
you gotta make up for the sins of your father.
But you do the deal with Netflix. You know what I'm saying, for the Chappelle Show, not even giving a fuck to acknowledge Dave Chappelle or even pay him his masters or anything off of the shit. You know what I'm saying? You some of your best shit that you had on the table from two different network stations, but through Viacom, you kind of fucked that all up. So it's kind of like, 2021, we got to get this shit back together, because if we don't get this shit together and shit, then terrible throw. Like, who do you look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't get your shit together, you look terrible. And it ain't like Viacom had that much motherfucking space to really be flawed anyway. At this point.
Well, I think that was something important that he said in what he was talking about in the little 10-minute thing he put out. I like how Dave has been putting out these little 10-minute bits and pieces of the special to, or not of the special, but of sets. He's been putting out bits and pieces of sets to get a message across.
Making comedy EPs. Like,
basically.
Straight up.
Basically. And he was talking about, like I said, the guy at Viacom, and I think it's not only fitting for this episode, consider what's on the docket and what we talk about right now. Even you could throw Shadrick Marston in there.
Oh, fuck Shadrick.
I think Dave called it redemption song for a reason. It's, niggas can redeem themselves to some degree. Shadrick is redeeming himself.
No, he's not. He's shaming.
Dave has redeemed himself in many ways.
Viacom
even. Can we settle that? That's what I wanted to get to. Apparently, Dave says that Viacom said, hey, what we did was fucked up. It's a new ship over here now. What we doing now is what we doing. We've had experience individually with Viacom over that prior decade, probably, where it was a different machine running.
Viacom.
I just wanted to say before you said that, can we, because Dave said it, squash the beef with Viacom today? Can we stop the Viacom slander? Or are you still mad about banging on the roof of the car?
Fuck.
That's an intricate
Viacom.
Look up, what was that show? Next, or Roommates or something? Look that up.
Fuck Viacom.
True Life or something. He was on one of those.
I was not on True Life. But fuck Viacom.
Why?
Matter of fact, when Deezus and Meryl interview us one time and they asked us like, what the fuck you want your words to say? Mine is
not doing.
Mine is definitely gonna say fuck Viacom.
Yeah. Yours is say fuck Viacom. Mine is gonna be word to Black Jesus.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
How you gonna tell me what my neon sign gonna be?
Because it's already blasphemous on what you saying and contradictory because you fuck all white women.
I don't fuck.
Black Jesus would be ashamed of you.
I don't fuck at all, and black men don't cheat.
You lying on both. You lying ass nigga. Just like Trump and all his lawyers.
You can go fuck yourself, sir. You have no proof. Black men don't cheat.
You gonna blame that on the Democrats too?
Do they cheat? They do, just like the Republicans. Ha ha.
Now you're trying to play both sides.
No.
Now you're trying to play
Patriot Party.
Now you're trying to play both sides.
Yeah.
They got your man's doobie smoker too.
Who the fuck is Doobie Smoker?
Doobie Smoker is the white man that was running around in the Capitol building with the motherfucking American flag pants, smoking a joint.
I did not see him.
Oh, you did not observe Doobie Smoker?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Feds got his dumb ass in Virginia. First off, I want to talk about Doobie Smoker real fast. Weed is illegal.
I want to know.
Weed is mad
Smoker.
illegal in Virginia, nigga. They didn't have to come to your crib for the insurrection to come bust your dumb ass down.
I mean, they made it pretty easy, didn't it?
I mean,
even if they was gonna come bust them after the fact, which most of them did get busted after the fact.
Why would you not?
All of them pretty much got busted after the fact. I mean,
there's cameras.
That alone is
everywhere, nigga. This is not 1985. Like there is cameras everywhere.
It's not 1985, but it kind of is. Or is it 84? Is that the Orwell? 1984?
Which, what
the George Orwell book that all the whites get riled up about.
I think 1985.
It's 84
or 84. Yeah, one of those two, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I think it's 84.
You ask me about literature and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I am. Nigga.
You can't even spell literature and shit.
I can, actually.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do. You
got pretty good at spelling. Actually,
you got into white schools and shit.
I could spell before that.
Nah.
Yeah, ask him.
Oh well, he's not well educated like I am. We went to the same school.
How he gonna rap better, but he ain't as well educated? That don't even make no sense.
Lil Baby got more money than you. I don't think he can.
Having
rap.
more money ain't the same. That's another whole different argument.
Yeah, but. Technically, don't he make more money than you because he rap and is actually successful at it?
Currently. And, I mean, yeah, you got a pretty decent head start, so probably for a while.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll probably need him to get on his level, which I'm always open to the Lil Baby feature. Don't get it twisted. I need that.
Saying? He figured out a way to use his probably little bit of Atlanta brain and make millions. And now you see that nigga everywhere.
Why are you slandering Lil Baby? Talking about little bits of Atlanta brain.
Bro, you heard this nigga talk before? Like he's like they give him like he was famous and shit.
Have you heard him talk now?
Yes. It sounds way different.
My mom heard Lil Baby for the first time the other day. She wanted to shoot herself.
You heard T.I.
She never says, I'd rather shoot myself than hear a song.
You heard T.I. speak
like, this
before,
nigga is like dope.
Before you figured out you could tell he discovered books.
Yeah, okay.
You feel me?
Okay. That's not the same.
It is the same. It is the same.
No, I feel like, do I say this?
These are street niggas you can because it's clearly saying they songs, nigga, we didn't go to school.
Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. I feel like Lil Baby is one of the slow niggas that like ride the little short bus, but then you find out later that he's really, really smart. But nobody knew prior to talking to him that he was. Never mind. Anyway,
I don't think I'm not gonna go as far as calling them retarded, nigga.
I'm not saying he's retarded. I'm just saying he was on the short bus at one point in time in his life, and niggas doubted him, and he, killed all the haters, and we all fuck with him.
He a nigga from an urban city, like southern state, nigga. Like
that don't mean shit.
Shit.
There's plenty of urban niggas from southern states that are trash.
He's
not.
they still look, nigga. They just one step ahead of segregation now. Like the rest of the country at least has gone like a step and a half. Like they still the one step.
I mean,
look, my nigga. Last year,
have you ever been a slow kid on the bus?
Last year, before regime changes in certain southern states and shit, nigga, They was still flying around the fucking Confederate flag and all that bullshit. Like, come on, fam. They wasn't letting niggas read. Niggas ain't getting books.
I feel like, how old is Lil Baby younger than us? He can read.
Yes, because he grew up with Facebook. Of course, you have like to be good at social media, nigga. You technically have to be able to read.
You know what? I respect and like Lil Baby too much to continue with this slander, so I'm gonna remove myself from this conversation. And Lil Baby, when you pull up with that 22 that I know you always keep, and you want to shoot this Mexican to the left of me, you go ahead.
I'm not calling the nigga retarded.
I mean,
you the one that said the nigga was on the short bus.
You ain't got just because you on the short bus don't mean you retarded though. There's plenty of niggas that rode the short bus that's doing very well today. A lot more than probably niggas that rode the regular bus or got rides.
That nigga, well, my point is that nigga wasn't on no bus. He wasn't going to school, nigga. That nigga was trapping.
Sure after a point, yeah. I mean, we can say that about everybody.
Ask that nigga about quantum physics. That nigga gonna look at you like you said some stupid shit.
Huh?
Ask that nigga about like something physics, nigga. You gonna look like you look at you. You said some stupid shit.
You kind of gotta know physics to some degree to survive. Even if you don't know, you know it. You kind of know it.
Nigga, explain that to somebody who ain't never been to physics and ain't done nothing but cook crack since they was a baby. Explain that to them.
All right. You know,
yeah,
just because his name is Lil Baby doesn't mean he been cooking crack since he was a baby. But if he had been cooking crack since he was a baby, he would know. Y'all are just gonna love the jump cuts this week, but yeah. What was I saying about Lil Baby? He's not retarded.
You like I said it. You were trying to say the point that just because his name Lil Baby doesn't mean he cooked crack since he was a baby.
It doesn't.
And it don't. You absolutely right.
The fact that he may or may not have allegedly cooked crack while he was a baby or not doesn't mean he does or doesn't know what's going on out here. So if he does know and he does keep his ear to what's going on, then he may or may not hear this. And when he does, he may or may not pull up on your ass. I'm just saying, because you said the little nigga was retarded.
You said the nigga was retarded.
No, you ain't got to be retarded. Like I said earlier, you ain't got to be retarded just to ride on a short bus. I rode on a couple short buses. It was a field trip. It didn't count. But, you know, hey, it happened.
You are retarded, though.
They didn't know. And I don't think I was as traumatized at that point. This is trauma-induced retardation.
They knew. They just didn't.
Hey,
they just didn't.
TIR. That's a new condition. Never mind. Huh? Trauma-induced retardation. Come on. Somebody would believe that. Huh?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's like PTSD for like street niggas.
No. PTSD for street niggas is PTSD, nigga.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The fuck you mean? PTSD for street niggas.
But you be retarded sometimes coming from the streets, just like you be retarded coming from the war.
Cause you didn't go
PTSD.
To school.
No, yeah, that's not true. Everybody that been to war and been in the streets ain't been to school.
I'm saying if you a dumb nigga who like or technically a dumb nigga in the street nigga, but like because you didn't go to school, but you can cook a motherfucking cocaine cake like a birthday cake.
Word to Miss Pat.
God damn it.
Hey, y'all hear that little funny sound effect? That's because my computer's acting like it still has AIDS. And this is the new one. Great. We're back, though.
Nah, your hardware just has AIDS.
Don't you put that on my hardware.
Your hardware has...
Don't you put that blasphemy on my hardware.
Very least syphilis.
Here.
God damn it.
Fucking marijuana from me before I get angry.
I'm already angry. But, yeah just because you spent all your time in the streets and didn't go to school and can cook a cocaine cake like a birthday cake, nigga, don't make you stupid. It just make you a chemist. You just at a different level of science than everybody.
Yeah.
So that means you might not talk good. You might have you know what I'm saying? You might talk like, you might talk like that. But
that don't mean you're not smart. That don't mean you're not a genius. That don't mean you're not a wonderful person. That don't mean you not financially literate. That don't mean you are illiterate. There you go. Sometimes a nigga just can't talk. Or sometimes a nigga just can't understand. There you go.
That went to the fancy,
don't let that go over your head.
Motherfucker that went to the fancy schools.
Bitch, I went to a fancy school for like, it wasn't even a fancy. Bitch, it was suburban public schools for like 3 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
somebody
2.5 years.
Somebody that was, privileged such as you
3.
would downplay the fact that you had the opportunity.
Motherfucker, I was raised in DPS. I don't want to hear it. I'm half stupid from that shit.
No.
You are too, yes.
Oh,
and so was George.
Me and George really didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had choices.
Yeah. Well, hey. God bless the nigga. I'm sorry. What you want?
Fuck you.
Maybe one day I'll have $48,000 Hermes Crocs on, like my, Hermes Birkenstocks on, like Future.
Well, when I push my my shame game into a whole another level and shame you into a fucking Grammy, then maybe you can't.
I'm sure I'll get the Birkenstocks way before the Grammy. Grammys are selfish.
But you been the only nigga that I know that's be like,
I'm the one nigga that would look up and would get a Grammy because I don't release music like that. They'd be like, ooh, he's mysterious and weird, like and crazy.
You know what? I would be kind of appalled if you had an album that was nominated for some shit and like Jay-Z, Nas, Drake is there and you like D-Smoke.
You not gonna give me that?
No, like I'm saying, like I'll be happy for you, but if you like D-Smoke like this year, nigga, it'd be like, damn, son, like nobody even know who you is, bro. They just acknowledge you right now, like you a D-Smoke ass nigga.
I mean, you got to be that sometimes that first time around. D-Smoke is only gonna be that one time. We know from now on when we see D-Smoke, oh, this nigga, if he come up again on that list next year or the year, you know, okay, this nigga must do something. You might check him out after that. You can get on there one time off a fluke. You can get a single on the Grammy motherfucking joint off a fluke.
Look, nigga, did you listen? Did you listen to the
what? How many plays off that bullshit? Gucci. I'm surprised that shit wasn't fucking Grammy nominated.
It's not a good song, nigga. It was just trendy.
Not, but how many not good songs have been fucking won Grammys?
Like, is What's Poppin' like Grammy nominated?
The regular. I think the regular and the remix. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think
I'm about to say that's a really trendy song. Like I've listened to his fucking album. It was just really good. Like unexpectedly. Yeah. Like
Jack Harlow is next white rapper up. Yeah. Well, the white rapper now, the newest best white rapper.
He's definitely a son of the late Mac Miller.
I think that's just because he look. What? No.
Nah.
Yeah, no,
he's young. He's younger. Yeah, he's younger, nigga. Yeah. Like he's younger than us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
19 or some shit.
So it was like 18. Yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Because really, MGK, Colson, come on, like he never reached the level of Mac Miller, and neither did G-Herbo. I mean, not G-Herbo. G-Eazy.
Jesus.
Look, I didn't want to call him by his first, I didn't want to call him by his first name and shit because you be slandering him and shit, and he can actually rap and shit.
Gerald cannot rap.
He can rap. He make good music.
We've established this on earlier episodes. For those of you that have or have not been paying attention, Gerald Easy cannot rap.
He can't rap. He can't. He makes very good music.
No, he doesn't.
You just hate him because his name's Gerald.
He had one good record.
You hate him because his name's Gerald. Just admit it. Just admit it.
I have no problem with niggas named Gerald.
Yes, you do. Clearly,
I have a problem with a nigga named Gerald Easy.
Look, his name is Gerald Easy, and that is a terrible rap name. Matter of fact, it is right up there. It's way past Lil Dicky, and I thought Lil Dicky was a very terrible rap name.
I think that's a hilarious rap name, and I think it's great for his brand.
It's
for
great,
what he does.
It's great for his brand. It's great for his brand. But
perfect,
if you didn't know what Lil Dicky's brand was, and you just going off of the name,
when I first saw the name, I didn't click the song because I'm like, what the fuck is Lil Dicky?
I don't want to.
Then you see the video, and you're like, yeah,
look, like I
like that.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's Dave, and it's like, okay, I understand.
Which I have still yet to watch.
I haven't watched it either.
Really?
I really haven't.
I really thought you would have. I thought you would have been like one of the first niggas on it.
It's on my fucking. It's one of those shows that I
keep Hulu. I scroll past it every other day.
I got Hulu again now, and it's on my watch list. But when it aired, it's like
there's not no Lil Dicky slander.
Yeah, no.
I just haven't watched it.
FX is one of those shows that like that keep up terrible with they fucking on demand and shit. So
on demand shit is
like
the on demand.
So
on demand is
so when I got hip to it, I'm like, oh shit, this shit's out. It was like 6 episodes in by that point, and they didn't have the first fucking like 3 or 4 episodes, so they only had like the 5th and 6th one. I'm like, well, shit, I'm not watching the shit now until I can start it from the beginning. So now I have the opportunity. So it's in my watch list. I just got some other shit popping right now, and it's basketball season, nigga. This shit's rough.
See, the thing though, even though it's basketball season, you can't really blame that on nothing, nigga. Just because it's basketball season don't mean niggas ain't gonna be stupid.
Nigga, like in the past like 2 years, I think I've watched like over 160 something games a year.
Jeez. Well, I mean, okay. Well, that's like the pandemic flow too, but
no, I think pandemic flow probably for last.
No, you
year.
watched a lot of old games.
Yeah, but I think that popped it up to about like maybe 200 because I watched like whole series of shit.
Oh,
like
yeah,
from like back
wild.
in the nigga, I needed my basketball fix. Wildin'. I watched every finals matchup from 2000 nigga to 2013, like every game. I broke down tape, nigga.
I just thought about that.
That's a lot of basketball.
You don't even play basketball. Well, why did you watch that anyway?
I don't play basketball anymore, nigga. I'm retired.
Yeah, but like, damn, retired.
Yeah, I'm retired.
Anyway, let's get to the hot takes and the hot shit of the week. I guess I don't know if we should call.
So we're doing Gorilla Glue or hate crimes.
You pick
your choice.
You already know we're doing the Gorilla Glue.
All right.
How the fuck? Let's just get to it. Well, no, let's introduce the story. I don't want to just rant like that and just start yelling.
Heat him up.
So apparently, a woman by the name of Tessica, I think, Tessica something.
That sounds like a weird itch that or a rash that happens like after you get after rug burn becomes worse on the bottom of your testicles.
That is disrespectful, sir.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from.
I didn't name her that, nigga. I'm just telling you what it sounds like.
Let me not ruin this girl name. Hold up.
I think it is Tessica though.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, it is Tessica.
Yeah, it sounds like an itch.
Yeah. All right. Well, for those of you that know, I'm sure you know, and for those of you that don't know, and you just finding out here, I'm gonna get you hip. For the past few days, I guess this last week or so, did we ignore this last week? This was going on last week, wasn't it?
I think it just happened, or I really didn't care. I didn't think
it was a real thing.
I didn't think it was a real thing.
I still don't know if I think it's a real thing. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Now.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll get to it anyway. Y'all remember that girl that put Gorilla Glue in her hair, Tessica? Yeah, she put Gorilla Glue spray in her hair because she used to use or is used to using a hairspray or hair glue spray. Glue hairspray, however you say that.
I don't know what the fuck these women putting in their hair no more.
Called Got to Be Glue. Now, Got to Be Glue.
Yeah, that's not actually, I'm going to say white people use that in their hair, don't they? They make
I
it
don't know.
Up and shit.
I've never heard of it until I saw her talking about what she used. Got to Be Glue has
You sound like an old ass nigga.
Has
Sound like you need want to eat some pudding later or some shit, nigga. You're a Jello eating ass nigga.
Why I gotta be Bill Cosby?
Cause you made it.
Why I gotta be Bill Cosby though?
You made it sound like that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I do not sound like a blind man in prison.
That possibly got hit with a chicken patty. Yeah, you might. You might right now.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. That happened to him.
He got hit with a chicken patty in prison.
It was a stale one, too.
They made it. Got hit with a chicken patty in prison, bro.
They made sure that shit was stale.
Why would you slap Dr. Cosby with a chicken patty?
Because he inmate whatever the name
maybe he raped.
Nah.
That's not an excuse. Okay, if you rape motherfucker, you probably should get slapped with more than a chicken patty. But I'm going to just leave my emotions.
The chicken patty was the closest.
Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I was saying the chicken patty. You threw me off with Dr. Cosby.
Got to be glue. That's why I was like, where you going with this shit?
Got to be glue. The bitch put she used to put in the Tessica. We talking about Tessica.
Yes.
Jesus.
In her glue.
This is going to be great clips, but a horrible episode. Maybe a great episode in horrible clips. Who knows? Tessica. Fucking got to be glue. The bitch motherfucking... I'm not going to call her a bitch. Do I call her an idiot? No, how do you not have somebody in your house where you can go up on them and be like, hey, should I use this Gorilla Glue? You 40 years old. You're a 40-year-old black woman. I'm not trying to slander black women. I'm just saying. You're a 40-year-old black woman. I'm imagining you have probably somebody in your house that you live with or that you know or a friend you can call if you run out of got to be glue. So then you see Gorilla Glue spray that's looking like the got to be glue can, and then you turn around and be like, hey, well, maybe if I just do that one time and then wash it out when I get to the crib. Hey, maybe that's an innocent thought, but my first thought was there's no way. That's got to be clout chasing, right? And then you see it. You see the pain in her eyes. You see the hair slicked back, stuck to her motherfucking head. That was real Gorilla Glue in her hair, my nigga.
Yeah.
I don't think somebody would just, especially not a black woman, I don't think a black woman would just do that for followers, my nigga. That's a lot. I don't think any rational woman or person would do that for followers. Take the race out of it. And then a black
clout
man
isn't currency, but technically it is. So,
but the update is then a black man came up with a mixture of olive oil, I think bananas, and acetone, some shit, and mixed that shit through her head. It's like a $13,000 procedure, and he got it out. So the story ended great. Girl got her hair back, and the thing that threw me the most, and I guess that's kind of the most important part of what we're talking about in this topic, the thing that struck what I'd imagine if you saw the video, what I'm about to explain, I think you may have seen this video, the TMZ video where she got all of the Gorilla Glue out of her hair. And they asked her, well, you gonna leave these hair products alone? And she said, no, nigga, I'm going back to that. Got to be. No, she didn't do that. But she did say, they said, you gonna leave the hair products alone for a minute? She said, I mean, Valentine's Day coming up, so I mean, I gotta get right for my mans, but I'm gonna go get my hair did, but you know, I might chill on the product a little bit. Like, you going to get your hair did for Valentine's Day after all of this? Granted,
yep.
Girl hair was probably, I'm assuming that was her real hair. That shit was down her back. Cut all of that off because the hair was itching and stuck in one place and fucked up.
And guess what?
You can't just get an afro.
She probably didn't spend too much time at school. Deep, ain't it?
Full circle. Education is key, kids.
Look, there's a certain point where it's like you're eating of glue. They tell you to stop it because you'll, like, die. And then you listen because you, like...
That ran across my head, too, my nigga. Like, why didn't you just use clear Elmer's? That would have washed out in a day. You would have had the white shit in your hair.
I'm about to say,
but it would have washed out.
It would have looked crusty as hell. You know
after a couple hours, but you only wanted it for a couple hours.
She was trying to Beyonce slay.
She was.
It didn't work out that way.
Combed Gorilla Glue through her hair.
Yeah.
I guess the average person, if you don't, I guess, fix things or
look, fam,
have never fixed a thing, you might not know what Gorilla Glue is.
Gorilla Glue is the shit. Gorilla Tape is the shit.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is really that deal.
This is not an ad. It's in the bag.
But insert ad here, along with Flex Seal. Like, nigga, like,
hey, why not?
Real shit and Flex Tape. Insert ad here. But she look, fam. This is my whole thing. This is my thing. Us as Americans and as humanity have gotten into a place that I believe is a certain just deep hole of just complete humane and like inhumane stupidity that we would actually, I never thought that you would actually have to probably bolden the fact that on these warnings on the back that say, yeah, don't put this in your hair. Do not consume these Tide Pods because you will die. These should be little things that it's like
you would think would come natural to
a
common sense having human beings.
You probably shouldn't do this, or you probably shouldn't do that because it'd probably be toxic to your body.
Yeah,
and it's sad.
I mean, niggas believe Trump when he told them to inject bleach in themselves. So
that's what I'm saying.
Like the poison call center rate went up after that.
Look, man,
I heard that may or may not be true, but yeah, I mean, if you believe shit like that, if you doing the Tide Pod challenge, I mean, you might be one of them people.
What?
You might be on the short bus with Lil Baby.
Fuck. Look,
Lil Baby is probably the smartest one on the short bus.
Lil Baby was on the regular bus. He just maybe wasn't one of the smartest children on the regular bus because he didn't go to school that often.
I think Lil Baby was on the short bus, and Lil Baby had his hustle game so tight that he was hustling niggas on the short bus and the long bus, and nobody knew it.
You just trying to walk back that statement of him driving on the short bus so he don't fucking shoot you in the fucking face for calling him retarded multiple times.
No, I didn't really call him retarded.
You did.
I said he rode the short bus
4 times.
Yeah.
This podcast is
Do I just want the feature?
Times.
Maybe, but hey.
After he shoot you in the stomach,
he ain't gonna shoot me. Hey, he ain't the only one. Hey, let's not go there.
Look, let's not go there. Come on, fam. Anyway, stop consuming fucking poisonous toxic products. Stop doing it. Look, fam. Next thing people are gonna start doing is start putting start snorting up baking powder. By the way, do not fucking do that. Watch. It's gonna be.
I think you just started a new challenge.
It's not a challenge.
It is.
It's not. You know what?
The TN2M challenge.
No, it's not. It's not that at all.
If you cannot find cocaine,
not that at all.
baking soda is always available.
It is not available at all. It is, don't like that. Those are the words of Bishop 93rd, who is deemed to be severely autistic. So don't fall for such
possibly.
Fuckery.
Not
don't
by a
fall
doctor.
for such fuckery. What I'm saying is, then the challenge is be smart. Don't snort baking soda. Don't use glue in your dome piece.
But if you eat glue to a certain amount, then
it's gonna be some dumb shit. I swear to God, it's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be something like, yo, watch. I'm gonna put fucking bleach eye drops in my eyes to see if my color change. I can change the color of my eyes. It's gonna be some stupid shit. Watch. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. These motherfucking scientists that's cooking up this shit that make it go boom and clean up your house are not making it so you can put it in your body. It's not right. You'll die. Surgeon General.
I think you will die, but if you consume it and you don't die, it doesn't discourage you from consuming it again or promoting it.
Yes, just don't promote that shit.
That's how the challenge took, fire. Any of the challenges.
Look, I'm a grown ass.
Somebody did the shit.
I'm a grown ass man today. I know how to pick and choose my challenges in my battles.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Just because it's on the fucking internet does not mean.
Are you speaking metaphorically or reality wise?
Both.
Okay.
Nigga, if I want to, from the point to where I'm talking about shootout to something really minor, I'm choosing my battles. And in my challenges in life and whatever I decided to want to indulge in, just because it's something on fucking social media does not mean all right, yeah, I got to do that shit.
Right.
I don't even know where that mental comes from.
I think it comes from
because when challenges were popping, we started the challenges shit, but it's
did we? Our generation did not start that.
Really?
What was the first one? I don't
Ice
think
Bucket. I think that's the one I remember.
That was
technically us.
Okay, I guess that was 2012.
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I think we started it, but it was good time.
Soulja Boy did just tweet
cause.
the other day that he did create this viral shit. Or this going viral shit.
Soulja Boy is the
Did he not?
he's the poster child for like you should like be concerned about your friend and check them into rehab. If your friend looks like this, you should call this number and get your friend help because a good homie is always in need.
In the arms of an
angel. At Ortega Gardens Rehabilitation Center.
Oh, this nigga needs Susan Sarandon number. No, who's Shirley Summers? What's her name? Susan Summers, the fat one.
Yeah, I was
fat one. You know which one I'm talking about.
But yeah, though, you know, rehabilitate lives, or take a gardens rehabilitation centers.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta rehabilitate a nigga. Too bad certain people can't be rehabilitated, and certain people just don't understand this world we live in. And I honestly, I want to know how you feel about this. We're technically YouTubers. We indulge in the YouTube game from week to week. One of our peers, so to speak, indulged in an activity that had some consequences that were
our peers.
I use the word peers loosely.
Okay.
Had some unfortunate consequences to a long-standing, long-running trend, I guess you could call it, on the tube of pranks. You know how pranksters do. You know, sometimes they run up on niggas and I know you've seen the shit like
I don't like
pranks in the hood where it's a bunch of black boys. They run up on a bunch of black. Hey,
I would shoot you in the fucking face like we grown as hell. Don't try to put no prank on no grown ass man.
You see that, or it's like you go pee on somebody's foot and you go, hey bro, it's just a prank, chill out. Or you go,
I would
spit on
shoot
somebody
you in the
and go, bro, it's just a prank, chill out.
Nah.
And go fucking grab some girl's ass that you see is walking with another nigga. Hey, bro, is this a prank? Chill out. I'm just making a video.
I wish a nigga would.
If a nigga just ran up on your wife while you walking down Sunset Beach with her, come up there and just grab a whole handful of her ass and just go, bro, is this a prank? Chill.
I got a gun 9.5 times out of 10. And that 0.5 that I don't, my hands is motherfucking vicious.
So one of our, like I said, I use this word loosely, peers, was like I said, involved in an unfortunate accident. 20-year-old Nashville YouTuber Timothy Wilkes.
Of course, he's from fucking Nashville.
I thought that may have something to do with it.
Tennessee,
low I thought IQ. About Tennessee. I said, Tennessee got some good people in it, got some good places,
low
got
IQ,
some good food, great bitches. I love Tennessee women.
Low IQ.
I love Tennessee barbecue. I love Tennessee whiskey.
You have low IQ.
Go fuck yourself.
Tennessee whiskey.
I asked myself, is it the Tennessee in them? Or more importantly, is it the Nashville in them? Nashville got a lot of history. You do your research. 20-year-old Nashville YouTuber Timothy Wilkes was killed after he approached a group of guys with butcher knives as part of a prank robbery for YouTube. Shooter, the guy that killed him, said he was unaware of the prank, shot him to defend himself and his family, and no one has been charged yet. According to the Metro Nashville Police Department, officers responded to the parking lot of an urban air indoor trampoline park at 9:25 p.m. where 23-year-old David Stearns Jr. admitted to shooting 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes. Witnesses told detectives that Wilkes and a friend were participating in a prank robbery. When they approached a group of people with butcher knives, Starnes said he was unaware of the prank, the guy that shot him, and shot Wilkes to defend himself and others, including his family. No one was charged in Wilkes' death. Do you think
you got what you got coming to you? Fuck you.
Maybe in all of these years of YouTube pranks,
I would have done the same exact shit
have happened. We've seen, including challenges that we just got done talking about.
Run up on me and my wife and shit with butcher knives and shit, and think that I'm not gonna shoot you down in the middle of the fucking street and then pee on your soul.
I'm not a judge, a jury, or an executioner, but
shit,
justice is justice, nigga. I mean, and that's not even justice, but that's just like, you know, hey, what did you think? And it's not. I almost feel bad for the kid because because he probably came up in an environment and growing up watching other niggas do them stupid ass pranks, thinking that shit is okay, that shit is cool, that shit is what you can do and get away with to get viewers. Is that niggas won't kill you, they won't react, they just they might try to fight, but then it's just a prank, bro. Chill. It didn't work with everybody. Maybe 20-year-old Timothy didn't know that. Maybe 20-year-old Timothy was influenced by these last 10, 15 years of these bullshit ass prank videos and shit, and fucking ended up having to take cold bullets for shit.
This shit is exactly why
it's fucked up, but it's real.
Remember when Trump ran the first time and them clown ass motherfuckers, like legit, like literal clowns, are popping up across the country?
Yeah.
I start saying we should start shooting them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, we should have.
We should start shooting them niggas because they were doing some stupid ass prank shit, trying to like scare the fucking nation. And like I had a whole conspiracy, but that's not the point. But like the whole thing was just like, all right, nah, fuck these clown ass niggas walking around trying to do like just standing there in place. Nigga, I'm gonna shoot you. Matter of fact, I did see a video where one motherfucker was driving down the street, like a little slow side street and shit. He just like clown just kind of walked out of the tree line and it was just like stood there and shit. And he was like, oh hell no, click clack, put his gun out the window. Was like,
what's
yo,
up, nigga?
Move,
the fuck on.
And like dude like turned around and was like, yo, I'm sorry, and like ran away. Like, nah, fam.
Oh, you know what?
He actually had the common decency to like tell the nigga to move. I would have shot off a couple rounds. Like,
see, in that situation, I feel like you can, if you up it, you tell him what's up. If you move, ain't no reason to air it out.
No, you coming at me with a weapon, I'm gonna defend.
Even if you were coming at me with a weapon, if I go like this and you stop, I ain't gonna air you out. If I go like this and you keep coming, not that I would hold it like this because that's ridiculous, but you know. If that happened, you know, if he stops, I'm not gonna fire at him. If he keeps coming and you fucking up that bitch on him, then dump that bitch.
No, I can actually legit see a weapon. I'm gonna lay you out. Like you getting cooked.
I feel like there's too much to explain. I got to be able to say you were coming at me, especially if there's a distance.
And he was in Tennessee when this happened. No, I'm cooking your ass. That's a gun happy state, nigga. They gonna be like, oh shit, well you shouldn't have came at these people in a fucking parking lot with some goddamn butcher knives. Sorry,
This is the thing.
And goddamn it, the NRA would fucking back them too.
How many people did he try that on though before he picked that group of people?
Nigga.
Or was that the first take? And if that was the first take, boy oh boy, how fucking surprised are you when you fucking leave the house after you come up with this idea with your homeboy? You pull up on these guys, and then you just go, "Hey, like, I think I saw tweets about that. What if that man's last dying words were, it's just a prank, bro."
You fucked up.
I kind of feel bad for the kid.
No, you fucked up today. Goddamn uncomfortable chair.
But I feel bad because his parents didn't teach him better. I feel bad because he didn't know better. I feel bad because he didn't learn better.
I don't understand.
Don't feel bad about a man defending what he thinks is a real attack, though. Don't feel bad about that.
I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take it back even farther. Fuck Ashton Kutcher because he was the one that made that shit fucking cool to do as an adult.
You're right.
Because before punks, niggas
old
was like
shit.
Teenagers and shit, and like kids pranked each other and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made it cool to like bring into the adult world, and it just evolved from there.
I think adults pranked each other, but he made it cool. He made it mainstream.
Mainstream.
Yeah, he made it mainstream.
That's some shit that did not need to be mainstreamed for adults.
No. Not in that way. No.
Check it. Let's say it's just you. Just you. And someone pulled off that same exact prank. But you hate your fucking job. You hate your life. You in a bad day. Matter of fact, nigga, you just got into a fender bender. It wasn't nothing too much of a worry, but now your fucking headlight is smashed in and shit. You got to replace that shit and deal with that. Like, you having a very fucked up day, week, and probably month. And someone runs up on you, and you got the strap on your side. You not gonna air that nigga out? You have all the reason to. All the reason in the world to. Coming at you with a butcher knife. You not gonna air him out?
In that situation, yes. And like I said, I don't feel bad for homeboy.
Don't play games for fucking adults.
I don't feel bad that my man's defended what he thought was a real attack. He did not know that homeboy was pranking. That's why he hasn't been charged. That's why the police was like, what happened? And then they told him, and I'm sure it was probably a video. They was in the parking lot and they were like, oh, well, I mean, he thought he was being attacked. Duh.
You're not gonna charge that man.
What the fuck? Like,
but then, like, my whole point is, like, niggas is grown.
I just feel bad that the kid died over it. Even though it was bound to be in all of this time. We said it. We joked about it for years. It was bound to be one.
When he whipped that gun,
it was gonna be one at some point.
Anybody I've ever sold a firearm to
a few days ago,
I've told them straight to their face. Especially a handgun. If you whip this bitch in self-defense,
use it.
Use this motherfucker.
Just pull a little gun just to pull it, nigga. It's not gonna scare nobody.
Because
they gotta know you gonna use it.
Yeah, if they take another step forward towards you, another 2 steps, and you don't pull that trigger, they gonna try and rush your dumb ass. Because they know you ain't gonna do nothing with it. So if you pull that motherfucker,
2 seconds,
you better use
not
it.
Playing, nigga.
So when he pulled his gun, when Dude pulled his gun, who I'm probably sure, maybe more than likely, quite possibly, is Tennessee, probably voted for Trump. When he whipped it,
go there.
When he whipped his gun,
it was a Mexican that killed him.
Oh, straight.
His name was David Strange, but I think it was a Mexican dude.
Oh, straight. Well, those are my peoples. Anyway, like, most likely voted for Biden when he whipped his gun.
Still racist, but okay.
No, he uses American right in that moment.
Is he even legal?
If you shot a fucking white man in Tennessee with a gun and haven't been charged, you legal.
You gotta be legal, nigga.
Yeah, and that motherfucking gun was legal
been
too.
Deported
Cooked his dumb ass. And we talking about a Mexican man. We talking about like me. When it comes down to my family,
this is not confirmed. I'm just saying what I think I remember from the video I saw. This isn't confirmed. I'm just saying it may or may not be a Mexican. It's either a Mexican or a white dude. David Stearns is literally the name of a very prominent white dude.
Yeah, but
it's just spelled different.
Yeah, but rest in peace to the real David Stern. You know what I'm saying? The guy.
That nigga did die. Damn.
Yeah, he had a
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. Yeah, he stroked out and he passed like shortly after that.
That nigga was like the nigga that made the NBA for us.
Yeah.
Made niggas wear suits when they was like, bitch, we wearing t-shirts.
Yeah, that's because he hated Allen Iverson, though.
I think he hated niggas at one point, and then he realized he had to pay niggas.
Nah, I mean, Jordan was a nigga. And
I ain't trying to shit on David Stearns, but you know.
You know what I'm saying? Jordan was a nigga, and you know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan made the NBA, nigga.
You're right. But anyway, hey, you cannot do things like that.
No.
You cannot run up on families or anyone. Don't run up on a single person
Great segue.
with a butcher knife and be like, bro, it's just a prank.
Great segue.
Don't do that.
Great segue. I did not know this, but this is, I feel like, it's a direct connection to the fall of the Trump regime and his followings. Apparently, this I think is the most preposterous shit I think I'm going to say on this podcast out loud. That's true.
Okay.
Like,
I can't wait.
There has been a rise in hate crimes against Asian people in the Bay because of their descent and which they come from, and the fact that they're Asian caused the disease that is called the coronavirus, so-called, came from Asia. So those people in that community are blaming the Asian community before Corona being here, so they're beating the shit out of them. Somebody died recently. Like, a couple people died. Like, dude had his face fucking slashed. I seen a picture of dude fucking, like, dude's whole face slashed. Like he just came out of county, nigga.
Nigga, I saw a rubber bullet in a black woman's head over a Black Lives Matter protest. Get the fuck out of here.
Nigga, I saw Emmett Till's bloated face. Nigga,
yeah, we all did. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about, they're Asians. Word to the Asians, we love you. But, like, come on. Granted, that is fucked up. That was some Trump shit. They did get that shit started. That there probably is a real rise in hate crimes, I'm sure, especially against Chinese people and ignorant white folks that think every Asian is Chinese.
Nigga, I'm about to say, you could be fucking Korean. They probably think you Chinese.
Like I said, ignorant white people that think every Asian is Chinese.
So if I'm Korean, if I'm Korean and I get fucking stabbed with and somebody's like, fuck you, you chink, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, especially like what if you Japanese? Like, they hate Chinese people.
Exactly.
You'd really be.
And you can really tell the difference if you're not, like, racist.
And if you Korean. Word to Dave Chappelle, that's an old joke of his. I am not Chinese. I am Korean. Do I look Chinese? Yes, motherfucker, you do look Chinese. That's why I said it.
Look, motherfucker. It took me forever to be able to tell the difference. Like, it took really into my adulthood.
Ain't no racism. This is ignorance. I still can't.
I think I'm like at this point now. I've seen enough from enough people from each group faces to where it's like, all right, now I can tell the difference.
Am I wrong in that?
You said what?
I said I think the Chinese have flatter faces.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's racist.
Maybe. I'm not saying it's not. But I'm not saying it is.
All I'm saying is
it's not on purpose.
That's some crazy shit. Like I'm pissed off of that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Ling that runs the fucking nail line and it's a Korean owned fucking nail shop and some fucking crackers roll up on me and stab me in the fucking parking lot and it's like, fuck you.
Fucking crackers roll up on me and stab me in the parking lot.
Yes. Because you know why? Because crackers do hate crimes.
You're not wrong.
Exactly. That's why I say the things that I do. Anyway, like, you know how pissed off I'd be? Matter of fact, you know how infuriated I'd be if I'm that woman's Korean husband and I'm like, I'm mad now at the Chinese for being here and now I'm mad at the white people because they stabbed her for thinking that she's Chinese.
At some point,
I'm mad as fuck. That's bad.
But at some point, isn't that just hating yourself? Because Asians should just stick together if white folks is coming for them. Just like niggas, but niggas don't. And we see what happens with that.
Look, up until coronavirus and Trump saying it's the fucking Asian Chinese virus and shit.
The China virus.
Whatever the fuck racist shit he was saying.
China.
Up until that point.
China.
Up until that point. The Asians in America were just under white people. Just under there. Just under.
And they worked hard to get there. Word to them.
Yes, but they were just under.
The Indians are just below them.
Just under there. As far as like they got more respect than niggas and Latinos, just under there. Well, way more.
Even though every Indian looks like a nigga from
since COVID and Trump saying his racist bullshit, that fucking plummeted. That shit looked like Enron stock. And not
Enron stock.
Like Enron stock.
Show your age much? Jesus, Enron stock, nigga.
Yeah.
People that listen to this podcast probably weren't even born when Enron was a thing.
Oh my god! I didn't know what the fuck was happening, but I know some shit was happening. Yo, look.
Oh my god, Enron.
Google Enron if you don't know about it. It's some fucked up shit. A lot of
that was like the Big Short before the Big Short.
Yeah, like everybody lost their money. It was fucked up. But if that shit like
and everybody got shorted.
Yeah,
everybody got shorted. Even the niggas that stole shit got shorted.
Yeah. But yeah, like that shit is like completely plummeted. Now these motherfuckers, the same white folks who was like, yeah, we love you, love you Asian people. Now they out here stabbing them in the Bay, and the Bay is a very nice place, and it should not be just defiled upon by motherfucking white racism against the Asian population or racism against anyone. Equality, god damn it.
I feel that.
And the Caucanese are evil.
But the Caucanese that enable the Asian that assimilates to the Caucanese is just as much of a problem as the Caucanese, is he not?
You're absolutely right.
Don't let that go over your head, kids.
That shit straight flu. Jet flights.
Let's talk about the Super Bowls and get the fuck up out of here.
All
George
right.
like he about to pass out.
Yeah, I need to fucking drive to get the fuck out of here. But you watched it?
I watched it.
Did you enjoy it?
I'm mad I didn't bet money on it because I knew it was gonna win for like the 5th fucking Super Bowl in a row.
I don't bet against Tom Brady even when
You probably should never do that.
Even in the 3 that he has lost.
You probably should never do that.
I didn't. Yeah, it was like, nigga, when he lost, I'm like, well, nigga.
That was like a.
First off, them 2 Giants ones was 2 fluke ass plays.
See, I was trying to say it wasn't a fluke.
Those are 2 miracle plays. The Eagles game, that was actually like them niggas played. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas played the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, besides the
He
point,
only lost 3.
he been to 10.
He only lost 3.
Yeah, he's 7 for
It was
10.
the Eagles twice, right?
No, Giants twice.
Giants twice and the Eagles.
Eagles once.
Right. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, because Eli got down. Right. Yeah, you're right.
That wasn't even. He didn't even get down, nigga. That was like 2.
That was Eli one time.
Yeah, but it was both times. Like he was there, but I'm just saying, like it wasn't like this nigga was playing so miraculously. It was legit. Both times in the 4th quarter, one miraculous ass play.
This is gonna date me, but when did the Jets win?
The Super Bowl?
Yeah, we lived through that.
Shit.
I remember that.
That's I'm gonna have to Google, but yeah, I'm gonna say like I have no.
Because I feel like
idea.
I thought that was one of the Brady ones, but okay, maybe not.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't bet against that man. That's just stupid. Like,
What did I have for it?
You know, like I gotta find this. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember that shit. But did you watch all the
game?
Yeah, the game and the
I watched.
No, son, the Jets have not won a Super Bowl in our lifetime.
Yes, they did. Maybe it was the Giants.
Yeah, because they haven't won a Super Bowl since 1969.
Fuck. Okay, maybe it was the Giants.
Matter of fact, I don't even think that was in the Super Bowl era.
Wow. Fuck
No,
out of here.
yeah, no, it was. Never mind.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the game was disappointing. I thought Patrick Mahomes did everything he could, and I think his offense and his defense fucked him at every turn they could. I think they played into every fucking trick and game that Tampa Bay had, to the point that we all saw Tom Brady on the cameras fucking looking over at my mans with the long hair, smiling and shit like, he really fell for that. Like, we all saw that. Like, it was textbook old nigga. It was textbook experience versus fucking experience versus angst and
youth
experience.
Or athleticism?
No, angst. I think that says youth and athleticism. I think for what we're talking about, I think that says that. I think that was experience versus angst, and I say angst because Patrick Mahomes and the whole team of young niggas is coming in trying to go back to back. So they coming in trying to go. It's not like they came out there not trying to win, but shit just didn't work out. And it looked like by the end of the game, Patrick Mahomes was the only one trying to win on that team.
There was 3
next to Kelsey and
plays.
Who was it? Not Kelsey, the other nigga. The other tight end.
That's Travis Kelce. He plays AE.
Or the wide receiver then. The
Well,
black
yeah.
dude.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Hill. Them look like they was only 3 niggas trying to play.
Everybody
else shitted on them.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. That game, the whole O line let that nigga down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that.
The whole D line let that nigga down.
Whole D line let that nigga down. And Tyreek Hill did let him down too, because that nigga got hit
in the beginning. He picked it up, but in the beginning,
he got hit in the fucking face with the goddamn ball.
Yeah, that shit was just embarrassing,
nigga.
But, yeah.
Nigga, first off, he was flying through the air when he threw the bitch. So for it to still get into the grasp where all he had to do was bring his hands together to catch the motherfucker. I'm not gonna count against Patrick Mahomes. The nigga was running for his life the entire game. He hit 2 niggas in the fucking face with the goddamn ball. Matter of fact, one, if the nigga was just 2 steps earlier, nigga, he could have caught that bitch and it would have been a touchdown. There was momentum. There were momentum plays that just weren't getting done, and a couple of them there ain't no excuse. Yeah. You just weren't there on timing. Your hands wasn't fucking there. Your whole job is to run and use your hands. Yeah. How the fuck you not do your job? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know if that was a situation where it just didn't work out because maybe niggas was overly hyped, or it was niggas got so into it at the moment that they just was overexerting themselves. Because let's be honest, by the end of the game, they were tired. They were just like, whatever. Dog.
I was highly disappointed that they didn't at least put up one touchdown, my nigga. The Chiefs didn't put up one. It was
embarrassing.
Shits. Yeah,
it was embarrassing. It was like 31-9. I think that was the score, wasn't it? 31-9, 39-9 or something. 31-9.
Yeah, 31-9.
31-9. Like,
I think it was like 21 to like. I saw the halftime score because I had to watch a replay and shit because I was at work during the game. So when I saw the halftime score and then they only had like 3 points or some shit, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Dog, I sat
pick
through
this
that
shit the fuck up if y'all want to win.
I sat through that whole shit.
Did you enjoy the halftime? With the Weeknd doing his PG rated halftime show.
I mean, I think we all knew it was
halftime shows be so balls, nah, bro. I don't really care about them.
Yeah, ever since Beyonce, it hasn't been real.
Nah,
let's be honest. Ever since Beyonce,
and
Beyonce was the last Super Bowl performance where it was like, yo.
You can tell even when Bruno Mars did it a couple years ago and shit. Like
he's second to Beyonce though in that.
Yeah, but
in the way the performance was done. But she turned that bitch out.
Yeah, because Beyonce, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she next level, like, queendom. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just tell that they told Bruno Mars, like, look, nigga, you can't do the whole 8 ball before you go out on stage like you normally do. There's children out there. You can only do 3 lines, and then you got to go out there and do your job. It's 15 minutes. What the fuck you need a whole 8 ball for? So you got a less coked out Bruno Mars show. If you do not get a completely coked out Bruno Mars show, you have completely wasted your money.
I guess you could say the same about The Weeknd to a degree, but at the same time, what happened during that
couldn't even get no coke in there.
What happened during that halftime performance though was cool for mainstream TV. I think that was a cool introduction for your grandparents to The Weeknd. There was a lot of people over 50 that day that went like, that's the guy that sings that song? Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Until their grandchildren decide to tell them like, yo, you know what Don't Feel My Face or Can't Feel My Face is actually about?
I think some of them figured it out.
Look,
yeah, you gotta think. If you over 50, nigga, you probably know what cocaine
but
is
about. But if you was a square ass motherfucker,
I mean, then you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Then you might be offended, like, turn that off.
Like, why would you?
I love seeing white women that get offended. Speaking of that, I love seeing white women that get offended to WAP. I love that because they be into the beat. They be all into some gushy with that wet ass pussy, and they be like. I don't know if I like that.
Party gang. Yeah, you don't know if you like
Sup and it's stuck, nigga. All right, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing that.
Shit.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Drake's commercial was semi-hilarious. You should never bite an apple in another man's face like that. And
I didn't watch the commercial.
Shout out to Hov. Yeah, I mean, I had to see him because I was watching the whole game. Shout out to Hov for being inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, greatness.
What is life like? If that's what it feel like and that's what it sound like, then bitch, I'm trying to get to it. R.I.P. Nip. That song is great.
Oh yeah.
And we about to get the fuck out of here.
Let these motherfuckers know who the fuck you are so we can dip.
You right. I'm sorry. As I sip this Modelo and watch George slowly drift into dreamland.
Jeez.
I be's the one and only motherfucking Busy 93. For those of you that don't know, That's Busy Black, aka the motherfucking Kango Don. Some call me Captain Dr. Science. Some call me Young Kimbo Slice, R.I.P. Kimbo. Some call me motherfucking, what they call me? Motherfucking, that nigga that'll spit on you from the nosebleeds and Little Caesars while your grandparents watch you bomb. I'll hawk a loogie on your motherfucking face because you suck, nigga.
It's fucked up.
And we out here.
It's fucked up.
Busy. Coming of age, February 17th or 18th, one of the two, depending on when I get paid. But it's coming. Next week.
We'll see about that. Hailing from the home of bitches tequila, 50 cent margaritas, cartel dealings, and a motherfucker that's co-host is never gonna drop his motherfucking album. Is your A1 on the mic, motherfucker Jose Ortega, aka Joe Banano, smoking Cohiba Pocon Copacabana. You feel me? AKA Tequila Poppy, AKA Martin Quarantino, AKA I know my AKAs, AKA all Jews and white people owe me money. Why, Mr. 93?
Because they stole the culture.
Yes, because you thieving motherfuckers. That's why Danny Ocean's white. AKA the dopest thing since fentanyl cut heroin mixed with the COVID vaccine. You did.
No Moderna.
Man. Dopeness, aka Joey Left Wrist, aka the Pod Guy, aka Little O, but I'm moving big O's, you feel me? Aka me and your girl point and laugh at you when Busy Spit hit you, and I just and your grandfather's hitting like fucking having a heart attack and a stroke. Your grandmother's on the floor seasoning and shit. I just spilled my Slurpee on it, and goddamn it, nobody's coming for it. You're messing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like they like, damn, son, we can't do nothing about that. AKA the next revolutionary immigrant. AKA I'm God, bitch, you not. There's Hove, there's Pod Guy, and then there's there's Fly Guy. You feel me? I've kind of mixed my shit up because you know what I'm saying. A nigga be high sometimes. AKA the reason why your girl has whiplash. AKA Overtime Ortega. AKA Tony juggling the speakerphone. AKA 2021 High Five Space Ghost, AKA the Improper Disciple, AKA Debo, yo, AKA, and I still know him. Sometimes I just be high though. AKA Rolly in his faceless. Why? I'm tasteless. AKA Tito Lee, AKA Washington Irresponsible, AKA Zay Mysterio, AKA the Kush Crusader, AKA Healthy and COVID's Free. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is.
AKA the Petro Gnome.
Smoking gas, nigga.
Damn it. And it's episode 143, Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast, House of Spades Media. We will be back next week. Hopefully this fucking whole setup and shit isn't as choppy and we can be at peace and less irritable.
God willing, I have a adapter. And not for nothing, if you made it this far in this episode, and you sat through the choppiness of it, share the good parts and the great parts and the worst parts with your friends, your family, and what they say on to like, share, subscribe.
Shout out to everybody that's listening around the world. You know what I'm saying? Every coast, every country.
Shout out to niggas in the United States.
You know what I'm saying?
In Berlin, or that's Germany. Shout out to Romania, Japan.
Shout out to ladies. Shout out to essential workers. You know what I'm saying?
All that.
Shout out to people that's not police.
Mostly men, but yeah. Well, no, it's like 20% women, but
yeah,
that's according to Anchor.
Yeah, and shout out to all the people that's not police too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all.
We don't do that shit, but if you police and you enjoy this on your shift, hey, we do that.
Stop listening.
We here for you. No, we here for you.
No, I'm not.
We here for you.
I'm not.
As long as you are an officer of the law that obeys the law and knows right from wrong and obeys that when you see it, you can listen to this show. If you a motherfucker that sees right from wrong, knows right from wrong, and does the opposite, you can go fuck yourself. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
That's not what police do.
Like I said, and if not, police or not, you can, you know what I'm saying, suck this TN2 dick, bitch. We out.
We out, bitch.
Oh, it take my thumbprint now.